Hi there. In this video, we are going to show you how to use the Resume Manager plugin from WP Job Manager to display your resumes in the Jobify theme. In this case, we use the Jobify theme to display jobs, and in case you want to include sections such as candidates and employer dashboards, this is the plugin to use. So make sure in your WordPress site it is installed and activated. That is the Resume Manager plugin. Once you've done that, it creates an option here, or a section where you can manage all the resumes that you have in your site. So you can come here under the resumes and create your page. Once you've just before I start the creation of the resumes, once you've installed the plugin, it will take you through a series of where you can set up your pages, how you can set up your pages, and it does for you automatically. In this case, it creates the resumes page and the post resume page, the resume dashboard, the submit resumes page. All these pages are created in order to work with Jobify. As you can see, for instance, the submit resume page, it simply has the submit resume form shortcode. These shortcodes are very necessary in these pages so that they can display their respective templates. Similar to the resumes page, you will notice that it has the resumes shortcode. Now, once these pages have been created, they can be integrated into the Jobify theme or into the resumes settings here. Under pages, you'll notice that you have all your submit resume page, then the candidates dashboard page, and the resume listings page. This is just similar to how you have the Jobify pages here. There's no difference. But these are on the options for job searching, that is for the candidates. So now you have a candidates page, or rather the candidates and employers dashboard. And in this, you have in this place you have the employers dashboard, and in this case we have the candidates dashboard. In the resumes we have the candidates dashboard, as you can see. So once you've done that, you can simply come here and create a new resume as always. Let me just show you how a sample resumes or candidates page looks like. So you have this candidate who is known as Jim James. Here's his description here. You can simply come here and insert his professional title or your professional title as senior web developer. Make sure that you insert your contact email and the candidate's location here. You can add a photo of the candidate here and a video of the candidate if you have one. And also, if you want to feature this resume at the top, make sure that you check this option. And when the candidate expires from existing in your site. In this section, you can simply have the education section of the candidate. Then you can also add the experience section of where the candidate has worked previously. Now, the custom fields are simply for the location section here. Make sure that this option is filled as well. So within the resumes, you can also ensure that you have some fields for resumes. You can, for resume regions, you can add a location such as New York here. New York, as so, and it's slag as well, and add the region here. So this region, you can opt to set several locations, several resumes to belong to this region. So simply come here and edit a sample resume and ensure that it has a region as well here, and opt to check this. Now regions are simply an alternative of the location, so you can opt to use the location option or the region option. So you can also as well create a resume category. We can simply do that here instead of doing it in the regions resume categories. Simply add a category from this section. You can see this is for designers category, and add the resume category. Once that is added, you can see it as checked there, and you can simply come to another resume. Let's just update that. You can simply come to another resume and select the category for this resume as well in this section. Let's just wait for it to load. There it is. So you can simply come there and select the designer category and update your changes. So now when it comes to viewing these resumes, you definitely have a page for it. Remember, when the video started, I mentioned that the plugin simply sets this for you. This is the resumes page where you can view all the resumes that you've created, or all the resumes that are in your website. And please remember that other candidates can create these resumes from the front end. I will show you that page. So this is the resumes page, and make sure that it has this resumes shortcode. And also it's set to the default template, so that once you go ahead and view this page, it will show you all the resumes that you've created as shown here. As you can see, this is the Jim James candidate that we are looking at. And you can see it's his experience here and the location here. Additionally, we have a related resume section here, which you can also check the candidate as well. So in the menu, you can simply come to the employer section or the employer menu item and select the find candidate. The find candidate is simply the same as the resumes page. So it's just that I've changed the naming. So as you can see, you can view all the candidates for in your website. And if you want to filter by location, as shown there, so it will depend if you're using the location on the regions plugin. So for now, I wouldn't recommend you to use both, but you can use either of them. So the other thing is how to submit these resumes in the front end. You can add a page here in the menu section, which is used to submit your resume as a candidate. For instance, a candidate doesn't have access to the admin section, so you simply use this submit your resume section where you can add all your details here. As you can see, the region that we added is already being displayed here. You see this is a Shopify developer or a WordPress developer. Let's just use a WordPress developer. Location, you can say Toronto. You can upload a photo for him or for yourself. For this time, I won't do that. And you can say the designer as the category. Simply add some description for your resume, education, experience, and make sure that your resume content or description is detailed. Once you've done that, you can just go ahead and preview it. Make sure these options are also added. As you can see, we've already created a sample. This is simply note that this is just a sample of a resume, and you can submit the resume to the admin of this website. You can come back here and say resumes that have been submitted. You can see. Please note that these are. It's not yet. I don't think it's published yet. It's a pending review, as you can see. So once a candidate submits a resume, it will come in the dashboard here. As an admin, you can either approve it or deny approval for this candidate. For instance, if they have not filled all the sections here, make sure that you can simply contact them using this email and let them know that they need to fill up their details so that they can and let them know that they need to fill up their details here so that they can get approval of their resume. So once that is done, I don't think, yeah, you can also add candidate skills here for them to select in the front end. And you can add a skill such as CSS here, which will be selected as an option on the front end or in the admin section as well. As you can see, there's a skill section here. So if you want a customer or a candidate specifically to have a certain skill or to maybe select a certain skill, you can here and simply make sure that the candidate have selected their skill there. It's simply like a taxonomy which can be added in your WordPress site. So let's just see if it's in the front end. I don't think. Oh yeah, it's here. So it's simply go ahead and add it there. HTML. As you can see, they don't need to be created. You simply need to type them in. They are simply like WordPress tags. So once you've done that, make sure that all your resumes have been created, all your settings in the resumes have been assigned to, I mean the pages they have been assigned to respectively. If it's the resume page, make sure it's the resume submit page that is selected. Candidates dashboard page, candidates dashboard is selected there. So if you want to set the settings as well, this is done in a similar manner as the Jobify settings. You can enable candidate skills, you can enable categories, resume upload section if you want to. In another video, I'll show you how to connect a form so that whenever they are submitting a resume, you can use that form. Similarly, in the resume submission settings, now in the page where the users are submitting their resumes, you can find its settings here. If you want to involve a paid listing section where the candidates will be paying to submit a resume, you can enable it here. Please note that is a separate video on another section because it involves additional plugins. Similarly, apply with resume. This is the email-based applications and force resume creation and force apply with resume. Resume visibility, you can opt to either show your resumes to the administrator or employer, depending on the user type that you've created here, and also email notifications. So an admin notice for a new resume is sent to the WordPress admin, and the employer notice of an application with resume is also sent to the employer. So that's all about it. I believe this resume plugin has a lot of features, but in case you need to know anything about the plugin, you can simply come to this page. It simply documents everything about the plugin, and you can find its documentation as well. I'm sure they have indicated it somewhere, and make sure you go through it if you need to know more about the plugin. And if you also want to know how to use it with Jobify theme, you can always contact us via support team. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.